I think you can tell I'm a little bit pissed off.
Trigger warning and disclaimer, I am not a dietitian. Also, we are going to be talking about food intake, binge eating, disordered eating, and so on and so forth. So please, if that does not sound like you today, then please click out. This is a video about Amberlynn Reid. She is very controversial. We're going to talk about so many things, predominantly her habits, why she shares them, and ultimately ask her to cease and desist. Let's get into it.
Hi there, friendos. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I am a gray-haired geek. We do workouts and we do health commentary. If that sounds like a good time to you, hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. This is a video about the infamous Amberlynn Reid. And I've been watching a few of her videos. I thought it would be a good idea to sit down and talk about a few.
I'm just going to pause myself right here and say that there are many issues. Amberlynn Reid grew up in Florida in Key West, which is right here, as you can see on the map. She moved to California and has spent most of her life there. She began YouTube in 2013 as a weight loss channel and has been on YouTube ever since, uploading frequently, performing live streams. She stopped and started at least 5 different diets, tried all sorts of different diet fads. A quick YouTube search and a quick Google search shows over 14 million results. That's how often this person has been Googled. It's so interesting to see. She has been ridiculed, she has been mocked, she has been at the butt of a lot of jokes. There are whole YouTube channels devoted to taking her content and making new videos. There is a whole Reddit channel, a petition on change.org to get her channel demonetized. And yet she still rakes in views, she still gains subscribers. So, is Amberlynn Reid a supervillain? Is she triggering her audience? And why is she doing it? Why do we watch? From a bird's eye view, let's talk about 3
problematic things that I picked up on almost instantaneously. The first thing I noticed, and this is across the board, you likely noticed this from other videos, there are many YouTubers pointing this out, but Amberlynn Reid appears to be gaining weight for views. She's making it very, very public. And then a few weeks in or a few days in, boom, she's failed.
A quick scroll through Amberlynn's channel will show you stops and starts. But this recently just happened within a few weeks ago. Here, 3 weeks ago, she uploaded her Weight Watchers, what I eat in a day. And then here, a few days later, I believe a week later, it's basically saying, hey, I have stopped Weight Watchers. And the comments, the likes to dislike ratio are just so telling with the approval and disapproval rating from her viewers.
Instead of going to a professional and seeking professional help, she'll just hop from diet to diet to diet. And I think you know how I feel about diets. They fail. Toying with people's mental health. She just essentially goes on a rant with her viewers and says, don't be mad at me, this is my body, how dare you be angry at me, and so on and so forth. Essentially not necessarily blaming, but kind of blaming her viewers, which is odd because they're the reason why she had any notoriety whatsoever. Number 3, she's a prime example of why diets do not work. The fact that she keeps on hopping from diet to diet just purports this idea that diets are the answer when they are not. What she needs to do is change her life.
Diets do not work. That's my opinion. Science largely backs it up. In the book Secrets from the Eating Lab, author Tracy Mann says that genes play an indisputable role in regulating an individual's weight. This is also coupled with psychological aspects and neuroscience and physiological aspects that cannot be taken away or taken for granted. So all of these fad diets that Amberlynn Reid tries are largely just adding to the fact that she's yo-yo dieting, and that ultimately leads to larger weight gain and an increase in more potential to gain weight.
It just feels like she knows what's going to get the views, so she starts on a diet, and because humanity sucks a little bit, people suck a little bit, because everybody likes to see her fail, they click on it.
I think it's fair to say that Amberlynn Reid is extremely controversial, but why do we love to hate her? Why does she still gain subscribers and views? And why does it seem like she is actively seeking to annoy her viewers, when comments clearly are more positive when she is losing the weight? Is it her victim mentality, the fact that she breaks promises, she blames her viewers? Is it because she lies? Is she a train wreck? Is she mentally unstable? Is she an abuser? Or is she just self-centered? This is essentially the same as asking, why are we addicted to shitty reality TV shows? And the first one is Schadenfreude, a German word, and it means pleasure derived by someone from another person's misfortune. Another reason is voyeurism. We take pleasure in watching sordid details from someone else's life. It's their life, not ours. Is it perspiciousness? Essentially, it's just so simple. All we have to do is turn off our brains. Or are we empathizing with Amberlynn Reid because our lives are similar or were similar at one point? Or are we simply sympathizing and relating to her because our lives are essentially like hers? Ultimately, I think it comes down to a broken parasocial relationship. It's cyclical and we're stuck in it.
The problem with sharing that kind of personal journey with the world, you invite that public criticism in. So then when she fails and then she goes off on her viewers, it just repeats the cycle. It's very unhealthy. It's a terrible relationship. It's very toxic. I feel as if the whole relationship that she has with her viewers, kind of a broken parasocial relationship.
Parasocial relationships are typically one-sided. The celebrity is usually a positive reinforcement. They are not the villain. They are the hero. They are put on a pedestal. They are a guiding light. And from a general public perspective, they have a positive impact. There's not anger in a typical parasocial relationship. And yet, in Amberlynn Reid's, it's extremely opposite to that. In fact, it's the polar opposite. It's like we're living in the upside down. It's like she hates her viewers so much that it works in the opposite effect, which is so interesting.
Number 4, I said 3, but there's 4. She films mukbangs.
The issue with mukbangs, outside of the way that Amberlynn Reid pronounces it, which is mukbang, that's incorrect. It's largely dependent on the audience. An article published in April of 2020 essentially stated that there are several things that emerged from the research into mukbangs. For some, mukbangs appear to be constructive, increases food intake, prevents binge eating, or reduces loneliness, whilst for others it is clearly destructive and it may motivate restrictive eating or trigger a relapse into loss of control of eating. So notably, it really depends on the viewers. For Amberlynn Reid though, it seems as if it's mostly based upon the views that she's getting.
From my perspective, watching someone eat a ton of food, not knowing the health repercussions of it, and having my past with food, it's very detrimental and it's triggering. She tells her audience that she's going to lose weight and she's on this diet, but then she films a mukbang. I feel for Amberlynn. There's one video that I watched which was her essentially apologizing for her failure to lose weight. And I just listen. I'm not going to pass judgment on anybody who is sharing their weight loss journey. If you need that kind of accountability, if putting it out there in public is helping you reach a healthy lifestyle and a healthy goal and a better you in the long run, then I say do it.
What kills me the most about Amberlynn Reid is that from her early videos, the ones that I watched from back in 2013, her need and her want to become healthy was so genuine. And to see her become this, it just breaks my heart. And the big problem that I have here is the influence that she has on others who are hoping to find an answer and are seeking to find an answer through Amberlynn Reid. There are a few percentage of viewers who are there, and she is not the answer. She is only providing entertainment at this point. That is it. And that's the message that I need to get across.
I think Amberlynn Reid needs to seek professional help. I think she needs to stop putting this kind of content out there, and I think that she needs to repair the relationship that she has with food with professional help. Seek a dietitian, Amberlynn. I'm just a geek who likes to read, but I'm not the dietitian here. I don't want to send hate Amberlynn's way. I want to send positivity. I want to let her know that her wanting to lose weight is possible. Adjust your goal, and then over a period of time with the right people and the right help in your life, you will be able to create a system so that you make a lifestyle change and weight loss would be achievable. That's all I have to say about that. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. On your way out the door, please don't forget to leave a like. Please don't forget to subscribe. And please don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss another video with the plants and I. All right, everybody. Ta-ta.